Hi, and welcome to episode 6 of the Aussie Tech Crypto, a show about cryptocurrency from an Australian viewpoint. I'm your host, Jason Oakley. This is my co-host, Will Tomkinson. Hey, Will.
Hey mate, how are you? How are you?
Pretty good. Got some interesting stuff coming up this week.
We do. We also have a bit of a surprise for later on the show. It involves one of my favourite currencies, so hang around for that one.
What could it be?
I'll give you a clue. It starts with Straya.
Yeah. Ends in coin.
That's it.
I used to live in Coin Street. Maybe that was a hint
It was a hidden clue
for the future. Each week, we hope to bring you interesting information about the crypto world and what it's all about from a newbie's perspective. Today, we talk about Ripple Boost Juice and have a special interview with the founder of Australia Crypto Coin. But first, some crypto news. Ripple's relationship with Western Union has been rumoured for several months, but it wasn't until last week that Western Union officially confirmed that it has been testing transactions using Ripple's platform. Western Union CEO Hikmet Ersek said the Ripple experiments are part of a larger exploration of blockchain technologies. We're looking especially at the processing, settlement, and working capital optimization, also in the regulation part, on the compliance part of the blockchain capabilities, and we do test, and we have some tests with Ripple. Ripple released a statement on February 14. We've been testing different products with Western Union for a while. We're excited about our work towards a pilot implementation of XRapid, which uses XRP in payment flows. On its official website, Ripple explains XRapid as a solution for payment providers and other financial institutions who want to minimize liquidity costs while improving their customer experience. XRapid trades XRP tokens against local currencies to cheaply and quickly provide liquidity in international transfers. So maybe Glenn will be happy about that since I suggested he invest in Ripple as his first try.
Since you made him invest, yeah. You forced him
and he's like, no, it keeps going down, it keeps going down. I like, hodl.
Yeah, that's what they do. They go down, they go up, they go down, they go up. It's like a bad honeymoon.
Yep.
It's called the honeymoon period for a while, for a reason.
You just need a bit of Viagra or something, right?
Bit of VB, that'll fix it.
That's the other way.
Oh, yeah. knew I was doing something wrong.
Boost Juice Bitcoin boom or bust. You've heard about it.
What's Boost Juice got to do with Bitcoins?
Right. You've heard about it. You've talked about it. Bitcoin. Now it's time to play to win your very own whole Bitcoin. They're giving you a chance to win one of 4 Bitcoins. The value goes up and down. You can sit on it, funds, and hope that it grows and grows. That sounds a bit rude. What?
What were you talking about?
Or exchange it for cold hard cash.
We didn't write this, by the way.
All you need to do is buy your favorite Boost any size, get your code, and play to win a Bitcoin using the shiny new Boost app. It's really that easy, so head in the local Boost store today. Want to get your mitts on a whole Bitcoin, finally join the water cooler chit-chat, get your Boost fix, and head over to the app to get with your unique code. Guesstimate how much you think a Bitcoin will be worth at 12 p.m. the following Monday, and the correct answer or closest guess will win. So that's 4 Bitcoins they're giving away, and 1 each week for 4 weeks. And that's not a plug for Boost, even though it has ended up being that way. But it's very interesting that this is starting to go a bit more mainstream, and there's a competition because Bitcoin is worth like $13,000 Australian now or something, isn't it?
Yeah. And we'll sort of talk a little bit more about this with the interview later as well. But yeah, it's interesting. Just people are finally figuring out a way to have a practical sort of use for this stuff.
$14,500 if you win. There you go. And it's on the way up.
Yeah, it won't be. You watch. I'd say 14,725, and it'll be 12,290. I'm like, yeah, that'd be right.
It's gone the other way. I can't think. I think the closest Boost Juice is probably an hour's drive away from here, so I don't think I'll be buying any anytime soon. You'll have to get one and try it out for us and
I
let
was
us
just
know how you
thinking if
go.
there's
And
even one around here. I've never seen one in any of the shopping centres around here either.
no?
No.
Ah,
Can you order them
used to
online
be
and get
really.
delivered?
They're not like Starbucks. They're not on every corner, right?
No, they used to be.
Now,
Boost juice was though.
doesn't that sound like a crypto coin? Starbucks,
Yeah,
right? To the moon.
there may be some sort of legal action involved in that. Some
uh, And coin of the week, we're not recommending purchasing it, just explaining what it is and what it can be used for, particularly if it has good world use, and just raise a bit of awareness of the different altcoins that are out there. This week I've chosen LUC, the Level Up coin from playtolive.io. Play to Live esports streaming platform operating on BitShares 2.0 blockchain basis has secured a total of $7 million during a private pre-sale. Company continues expansion with the launch of 24/7 rebroadcasts on the 6 languages, including English, Korean, Japanese, Spanish, Russian, and Chinese. Driven by blockchain technology, Play to Live creates an ecosystem for streamers, viewers, tournament organizers, and product service partners. Play to Live introduces a unique mixture of 15 interactive features and monetizing tools for the users of the platform versus 4 to 5 available on existing solutions. Play to Live allows viewers to earn a token reward by just watching gaming streams, sharing internet channels via P2P CDN service, enabling advertising, and much more. Streamers can fine-tune the properties of the economy between them and the users. The utility token, Level Up Coin, or LUC, is a fuel that allows for this degree of heightened interaction. Regular users of the Play to Live platform can earn LUC tokens via peer-to-peer content delivery service, watching advertisements, performing the streamer's tasks, and in many other ways. As a result, users become more engaged in content creation process and finally become propagators of the project. Play to Live also makes it possible for streamers to begin monetizing their content as soon as they get started, delivering a range of tools that streamline the monetization process. Importantly, the Play to Live platform also makes it possible for users to completely eliminate advertising from their streaming experience. Hurrah! Another major feature of the
Play to YouTube.
Another major feature of the Play to Live platform is the amount of interaction it offers between streamers and viewers. On Play to Live, viewers are able to exert influence over the scenario of a stream and directly engage in the content that's being streamed. The LUC has completed its ICO and token purchasing opens tomorrow, February 21st. I've got my Ethereum sitting over there ready to buy my LUC tokens. So fingers crossed I'll be able to do that soon. Probably not tomorrow because it'll be tomorrow American time that you'll be able to start purchasing.
Like
so
midnight tomorrow night or something.
Yeah, first thing Thursday morning I'm going to have to log on and convert my Ether into Level Up coins. See how that goes. This is my first ICO, so...
So see what happens.
Yeah.
So it's,
and now for... what was it?
I was going to say, it seems like we have a short show this week, but don't be fooled. We're not letting you off that easily.
And now for our main topic, our interview with the inventor of Straya coin.
We have a bit of a special this week on the show. We've got Jack from, well, a lot of you guys know him. We've been talking about it from Australia Coin for the last few weeks. Also, 47 Crypto Labs is his main company, but we've got him here with us, and he's done us the honour of coming on and sort of getting into more detail. We've covered the coin. I've been following it mainly because, well, it's an Australian coin, so why wouldn't you?
And you were mining it.
And I was mining it for a very short period of time while I was able to. And I've been fascinated by the backstory, how it's effectively started off as a laugh, more or less. And this steamroll effect within days of this coin being launched just murdered the ability for the average person to mine this coin, which is why the thing started in the first place.
It's kind of like the Aussie Doge, isn't it?
We're on markets and everything, marketplace and everything. So I'll hand you over to Jack, and he can sort of explain a bit more. But how you sort of, I mean, what went through your head initially when you decided to do this thing?
Yeah, so g'day. So my name's Jack from 47 Crypto Labs. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's, sitting around the dinner table, the Wednesday before Straya Day, and I said to my partner, I think we've got to do something for Straya Day to do a cryptocurrency. And, we'd obviously all had a big month in January with most people writing off 60 or 70% of their portfolios. So I thought I'd bring something good to the party, hence Straya Coin was born. So Wednesday night, I rang a guy in Melbourne whose his name was Aaron Taylor, he was the guy behind Straya Cash. Now, Straya Cash was the parody notes that this guy started putting Kylie Minogue on notes and things, and he was a really good artist. And I said, I rang him up Wednesday night. I said, Straya Day, Friday, we've got 48 hours. I want you to do what you do best. And he came up with the parody idea, and we hit the development. So we put two guys straight onto forking essentially Litecoin, and came up with Straya Coin. So Straya Coin, and then we so we launched it on Australia Day, and we had one little conversation with a local regional 9 affiliate who decided to come around and heard what we were doing. So they turned up at the building and interviewed me for 30 seconds and walked out the door. And then on the Monday, they put it up on the local regional television, and the rest is history. We had 1.2 million views, 25,000 comments, and 20-something thousand likes, all in the space of about 48 hours after that. So it went nuts. Hence, you heard about
insane.
it, right?
Yeah, that's it. So I mean, and as you said, like if you, I don't know, I haven't checked the website in the last couple of days. Last time I went to the website, it was basically saying the concept of this coin is that everybody can own one.
Yeah.
That lasted about 12 hours.
So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? My whole thing was all about the FOMO, the fear of missing out aspect of cryptocurrency and the craziness we've had since last November. And then I thought, let's just bring it down to grassroots and try and help people understand how you actually do this. And back in the day, Satoshi Nakamoto and I'm sure Nick Szabo might be the same, are sitting there with their PC miners mining this stuff, right? So, and how easy it is. So when we first started mining, we were doing 50 coins every 2 minutes. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. It was really flowing out. It was beautiful. It was great to watch. And then, as soon as that article come out, I think we had probably a day where there were plenty of people on CPU mining. We estimate probably nearly 500 at the time. Yeah. Wow. And then within 24 to 36 hours, GPU mining started, which we noticed a couple of GPU pools started up, which were great. They were all validating the network and mining, and then probably would say maybe a Chinese ASIC farm got in there and might have hit it for speculation purposes. Who knows? But they hit it hard, and everyone with CPU miners were they were messaging me and saying, "Look, this isn't working anymore." I'm like, welcome to crypto, mate. This is it.
Yeah, I got after our show. Well, the coin launched the morning. Well, the news article came out the morning of our show that we did that night, and I started mining just after the show. And I woke up in the morning to 200 coins, and that's it. That's as far as I got.
Not responsible.
Well, the Chinese ASIC owners had a FOMO, didn't they?
Yeah, well, what was interesting too was that there's probably a few ASIC, block interrupters and different technology over the last few years that had come back to life. So you've probably seen, Joe Bloggs in Adelaide go to his top shelf and grab these old ASICs that were just paperweights, and he's got something now.
Yeah, I've seen a few coins mention that they're ASIC proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, there was all that, but I mean, we really look. This whole thing was a parody. It was fun, but there was a reason we used Litecoin, and the reason is that we have amazing development around the world already from Litecoin, and we could go on the Git and GitHub, and we could grab any code and turn it into Straya coin quickly. So hence all the applications, iOS app, Android apps, there's online wallets, there's, network block explorers, all really quickly. And that was another effect. If we'd gone with the proof of stake or another type of technology behind there, ASIC proof stuff, then we would have been along further down the track and probably missed of what we're about, really.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, we'll get to that a bit later. But like as you said, you're now listed on an exchange, and you've got all this momentum about something that actually doesn't. Well, up until it was listed on the exchange, it doesn't actually have a value. It's not an actual thing. Like it's just there for the sake of being there.
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting that too. I mean, Trade Ogre, thank you very much, Trade Ogre, wherever you are. They won't tell me where they are, but they're somewhere. Look, and I'm pretty sure they're okay. So it's interesting that the value stuff. There's a valuation on a computer. There's a valuation on power. So if you're mining coins, you have an input, right? So you have an input and energy, and you're paying things to mine. So should that equal what the output is of a coin? So the strictly the no valuation is, I get it, but there actually is an input. So you've got to sort of correlate and then go from there and go, well, if it's cost 20 cents to mine, then is it worth 20 cents? And then the rest is speculation on what we do.
Yeah, and it was interesting that, like, if you go to the Straya Coin Facebook page, there's also a buy-sell page. Yeah. And what was interesting, within 4 or 5 days of the coin coming on, not even, within 3 days of the coin going live, and within a day of that buy-sell page starting up, people were trading internally at whatever value at the time. It started off actually quite high. Initially, it was a couple of dollars when people first started trading. Within that day, it settled down to 50 cents. And now, and for the last week or week and a half, it's been about 20 cents, which is really weird, because that's basically exactly, that must be pretty close to the right value, because that's exactly what it went on the exchange for, at basically 20 cents.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Some guys have really pulled apart the power use, and it has come down to about 20 cents. And I think a guy named Max on the Facebook side said, hey, let's make it 20 cents, everyone, and then that's what it became.
That's what it became, that.
Yeah, so it's interesting, so that's definitely one way.
So check out look on your exchange for the NAH, the NAH. Well, of course, there's also what was that one? Sorry, and dunno. Yeah.
Dunno. Yeah.
And that just gets really confusing.
When does the crikey come out?
Yeah, well, when it hits $2, hopefully.
Well, at least that's what you say, yeah.
True.
So think about it. Look, we are Litecoin. Litecoin has, I think, nearly 70 million supply. Yep. We have a restricted supply of under 25 million, 24,810,870, something like that. Whatever the census was. Whatever the census was at 12 a.m. on Friday morning on Australia Day, we that's what we called it. And one for everyone. So I hope everyone shares.
So and for me, you don't get to see a coin generally because they slide under the radar for 12 months before they've been used. You don't get to see a creation, an evolution, and a value like within such a compact, short, but public space of time. It doesn't normally happen like that, and I found that incredibly fascinating. And because you're on Reddit, because you're on Facebook, you can actually go back. You've only got to go back 2 weeks, and you can actually watch this happen. Yeah, and it must have been amazing for you. You say, "Oh, let's just start this up for a laugh," and what's the worst that could happen? And then suddenly,
well, what happened was two Daves come out of the woodpile and just said, one of them's an Android guy, the other's an Apple guy, and they just said, "We're making the wallets, we're onto it," And I'm like, okay, and that's the beauty about open source, isn't it? Anyone can do whatever they want, which is really cool,
Oh, I've got the Android wallet, and I've tried the online wallet. And I'm a little bit confused because I'm not, as I said, like, if everybody's watched this podcast, you'll know that I'm the noob. I'm the one who's learning literally as we're doing this podcast. So for someone to hand me a wallet and go, hey, you better test this, I'm like, okay, I can do that for you. Can I send money from here to here? Yes, done. It's perfect. Leave it exactly what it is.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, we should have tried that. Maybe you could hold up your QR code and I could probably send something to you through the phone here. You know?
Actually, yeah, you probably do that. Yeah, that's the other thing, QR. Yeah, QR's made things like that a lot easier. You don't have to remember a wallet, 47 letters long anymore. You just do it that way.
Oh,
so is there any, and I love the logo. I've got to mention the logo, by the way. If you guys haven't checked out the logo to Straya Coin, it's awesome. There's everything you could possibly want on there. There's big cans, there's thongs, there's
the Australian version of thong.
Oh yeah, true that. And there's Steve. If you look closely, you'll see Steve Irwin. You'll also see a shoey, and I think there might be Winnie Blues. I don't know. Like we're not going to sponsor it.
Yeah, it's an awesome logo. It's really well thought out, and it's popping up in the weirdest places. If you check out the Facebook page, we were talking about this before. There's a random Tassie car there with the logo on the side. It's like
I did not know anything about it, and and then there's a sticker on the side of a race car. Fantastic.
So it's really good, and it is true. Like the things that are being traded, like if you look on the buy, swap, sell, hopefully it continues in this fashion, becomes more like a barter card in some respects. People are trading not just coin for coin, but they're trading services, they're trading goods, they're trading stuff for this coin outside of the exchange, which is, as I said, the original idea is go to Bunnings, buy a sausage and be done with it. And I don't think the concept's actually that far away from becoming reality. I actually heard on Reddit, I think one of the guys is trying to make it happen.
Yeah, there definitely is. I mean, the old banner snag is an absolute thing, right? So, it's local sports groups. So one day cash will disappear. And maybe not.
The radio station that I volunteer at, we're doing a Bunnings this Saturday.
Oh well, that's perfect. So if you guys are in Brisbane.
No, I'm sure. I'm on the mid-north coast, New South Wales.
Oh,
okay. I'm in Brisbane.
Yeah, not a problem. So look, I'm sure something can be arranged. Yeah. It all works now anyway, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. So what's your next, I guess, evolutionary goal in this, seeing as it's obviously happened a lot quicker than you're expecting? Do you even have a plan? Did you have the next step, or is it still happening?
It's a great marketing effort for our 47.com.au business. I mean, look, we're a crypto consultants, really, and I've been in the game since 2012. I've seen a lot of things happen in crypto, and I've really turned myself full time to it over the last 18 months to 24 months. And we do have some things. I mean, we're only talking today. It's funny. I've got a Bitcoin ATM. So I've actually got it, and I've had it for a little while now, and so we're going to make a Straya one. And maybe stick it on an esky or something like that and drag it around.
It's got to be a motorized esky.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
just cruise around and
we're solving, we're solving the world's cash supply.
That's it.
One swap meet at a time.
And it'd actually be really interesting to say, maybe give it another month when it actually takes off. And it'd be interesting to see what could be achieved. Like say, okay, what can I actually get? I've got 200 coins. Is it possible for me to, say, feed my family, or is it possible for me to get fuel in my car? You know what I mean? It'd be really interesting to see what happens down the track.
And it's interesting, it's really the whole crypto industry looking like that. So obviously Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum have, a real place in their own spots. And the way, definitely we start as a parody, but it's a useful parody. So essentially we do the same thing as Bitcoin and Litecoin, but we really do have the ability to get a market penetration. We had over 1 million views on that video of Facebook people who have nothing to do with crypto except for hearing it. They're not the tech guys, they're not the Reddit guys or Discord chat guys. Yep. These guys are Facebook users 101 that we've got a really cool market penetration. And interestingly, you only see it today, where Boost Juice today launched a campaign to supply. They're giving away 4 Bitcoins over the next next month, one a week, to guess the closest Bitcoin. So,
wow,
it's interesting that Boost Juice is about to educate 1 million kids, in the next month about crypto.
About it, and at the bottom they've got a lot of info about what is Bitcoin, and then there's another page, what is Litecoin, what is Ethereum, how does it work and stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing because it really jumps the shark for me. I mean, it's something where, like I said, I've been in it since 2012, and I've had to watch from an Aussie into the US and Europe and see things happen like that. But it's on our doorstep now, and seeing seeing a reputable company like Boost Juice come up with a campaign, joined up with CoinJar, who are the UK based now with Ashatan and those guys. It's a really interesting, a bit of a stronghold, I think. So why can't Straya Coin do that? We're essentially the same thing. We've got 1.5 million of them mined, and we've got apps that transfer value to value. So we talk about mate to mate value, transfer of value.
Well, you're right there too. I think it's slightly more involved, like a Bitcoin or a Litecoin or any other coins are just that coin that's out there. I think because this has such a passionate group of people pushing it, I think you'll see that happen in one form rather quickly. Like, it's generally Australia's 5 to 10 years behind the rest of the world when it comes to podcasts, when it comes to Bitcoins, when it comes to, well, anything really, internet.
Yeah.
But I think because you've got that group of like-minded people who, and I can guarantee you most of the people who you communicate daily probably knew nothing when this first started, and already all this has happened, and I think with that sort of, the passion behind it is going to fuel it quite quickly.
And it's a community. I mean, like I said, my goal was to put out some code, put out some wallets, start a coin off. But I've got there's at least 10 developers there. No one owns this. I'm not sitting here as the guy that owns this at all. This is a community now, and it can go in any direction. So it's up to the community to adopt it if they want it, or leave it. Like, it doesn't worry me on how that sits. But what's really cool is just seeing the amount of activity around it, the amount of ideas that people are coming with. There's going to be a meetup coming up soon in Melbourne, where there's already a Straya Coin meetup. Things like that, and that's that's pretty exciting stuff, because it's a real, like I call it, it's a bit like the underdog movement, right? So we're a joke, but we've got all the same shit as everyone else. So that's the deal, Sorry, am I allowed to say shit on this podcast?
Yep, but not twice.
Since Will's not going to ask the hard-hitting questions, I'll start.
I don't know them.
When Moon and when Lambo? Come on.
We don't do Moon. We do Datsun 120Y, right? So
that's good.
Dados and shots.
we do Dados to the Southern Cross. So that's when we're happy.
Dado's going to set you back at least $13 or $14 these days.
But hey, you try and find one.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to a friend about that the other day. They've got the original Datsun, the Datsun Skyline before it came, the Nissan Skyline. They said, you don't want to know what it's worth now.
Mate, one of our guys, I can see it now. They'll be sitting there, Datsun. They're gonna have the BB in the hand, and they're going to the Southern Cross, mate. And that's it. That's our community. They love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
I was just going to say, you can trust this guy because he looks a bit like the Australian Steve Jobs, right?
Right? Yeah, that's because it's dark. I actually have hair. It's dark.
And a black shirt too, does it?
I do have the black shirt, but jeans and thongs. It's all good.
That's it. So obviously, as you said, you've got a company. You've been doing this for a while. Do you sort of have any is there correlation between what you're doing with Straya Coin and what you do daily?
Yeah, so look, our thing right at the moment is that probably over the last 18 months I've absolutely seen a lot of scams. I call them out all the time. We just finished doing a 100-page document on crypto in Australia. It's available on our site for free. Just go download it. But it gives everyone the 101 on how to get into this game, how to secure your coins or your stash, and what to look out for, in scam land. But also it touches on a fair bit to do with capital gains tax and the requirements around that. So that's a big thing as well. We're right into sort of making sure this community knows what they're doing. And that's a big part of us. Definitely.
Yeah, and that's always sort of been a bit of a touchy subject on a cryptocurrency that's effectively, you're effectively anonymous. How does where's that whole tax sort of thing?
It's interesting because that's really the myth about this, right? Is people really need to start thinking around that you have a public address, and every crypto comes from an address, and there'll be a time in our life, there'll be a time in the future, not too far away, where big data meets scouring the blockchain to see where everything went. And I think that people, the best thing they can do is really get their house in order now. That's the big thing. Because the crypto is becoming more and more mainstream, and we're only in the first innings. We've only just just started this game, but I think it's a pretty good shot over the bow from the Australian regulators at the moment. Just to start, they're giving us the hints. Get your shit together before they come after us.
That's it.
Sorry,
yeah.
that's 3 shits.
Man, that's 5 now. Yeah. That's it. This show's off YouTube forever.
Sorry.
There goes our ad review of 12 cents a year.
I'll just make sure we don't go for a walk in some Japanese forest.
All right, and thanks for coming onto the show, Jack. It was good to meet you and learn all about what you've been doing and the plans for Straya coin, and we hope to hear a bit more about it in the future. We'll keep an eye on the Reddits and stuff like that, and you want to just wrap up with, a bit more of a plug for your company and the websites and stuff?
A plug, yeah, definitely. So, strayacoin.org. You can find us on Reddit, Discord, and maybe another news outlet might want to hear about us in a couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure when we do the Bunning Snag, someone might see us do it.
Yeah, most likely. Cool. Yeah. We'll definitely be back for that one.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. See ya. Bye.
Well done. Bye.
And thanks to Jack Hurley for coming on the show and talking to us all about Straya coin. That was very interesting, and he seems like a funny larrikin kind of guy.
Yeah, really nice guy, really down to earth. As you said, he's not the creator, he's one of the creators, and it's good to have him on. And in the next few weeks, if things change a little bit, we may have him back for some more. So.
Yep, have another chat. It was always good. We'll see if we can get some other guests on in the future as well.
We've got a couple lined up in the works. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. So that should be fun. They're actually like real companies and stuff. It's like all exciting and like
real people as opposed to us.
That's it. Interesting.
Rare figment of your imagination. Don't forget to visit our website at aussietechcrypto.com. Send us an email from the contact us form. No more of that spam, please. I'm trying to put anti-spam stuff on there. Or jump onto the Discord channel to talk to us. You can find a link to that on the website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
I met Vitalik Buterin once, and this guy introduced me to him, and like I was in Sydney, and so I went over to him and said, Vitalik, my name's Jack, and he just turned at me, looked at me, and then turned away, and that was it. Didn't even say a word, and I'm like, well,
Screw you, hippie, I'm out of here.
Anyway.
Oh, dude.
So anyway, it's all good fun.
This show is a part of the Aussie Tech Heads podcasting network. You can listen to us at aussietechradio.com. We're not licensed advisors, so please don't invest your life savings in anything we say on the show. You can contact us at feedback@aussietechcrypto.com. Visit the website aussietechcrypto.com. Thanks for listening to Aussie Tech Crypto. Tune in each week for more fun and information.